I got it.
Who went the host နဲ့ဝင်ကြလားချင်း
ဟုတ်တယ်ဒါကြောင့်ကို hotspot နဲ့ဝင်လိုက်တာဝင်လို့ရသွားပြီအဲ့ဒါဆိုခု wifi ပြန်ပြောင်းလို့ရပြီပေါ့လို့လား
ဟုတ်ချင်ရှယ် wifi ပြောင်းလို့ရ
ပြောင်းလိုက်ကြအောင်ပါအဲ့ဒါချက်ပြောင်းကြည့်ပါနော်
ဟုတ် ရရပြီ
Alright, thank you, Ma. Thank you for your advice.
Thank you ချင်း
Okay, so have you finished answering the questions?
Yes, Chair.
Yes. Okay, so shall we check now? So number 3. Number 1 is what was the plane's destination? So what is its destination?
Lima in Peru.
Yes, Lima in Peru, correct. How about 2? Why did the plane come down? So why is that?
Lightning struck the plane.
Yes, because of the lightning.
Explosion.
Correct. How about 3? How high was the plane flying? How high?
3000 meters
3,000 meters above from the ground. Yes, correct. How about 4? How many people were traveling on the plane? How many?
92.
92. Yes, correct. How about 5? Where did Julian land?
Peruvian forest.
Yes, Peruvian rainforest. Correct. How about 6? How long was she there?
10 days.
10 days for 10 days, right? Correct. So everyone, have you got all the answers for number 3?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll move to listening now. So listening number 4, listen to the extract from a radio program. So you have to listen to a radio program and there is a conversation. So you have to find out these questions. What are the similarities with Julian's story? So there is also a story about a survivor. And you have to find the similarity between the Julian stories and the one in the listening tag. Okay? So is that ready?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll play it.
Track 30.
Welcome to Book Club. Today we're talking about survival stories. Our first is about a girl from Paris who had an amazing escape. Her name is Bahia Bakari. She was 12 years old at the time. She was going to the Comoros Islands near Madagascar, off the east coast of Africa, when the plane in which she was travelling crashed into the Indian Ocean. There were 153 passengers on board, and she was the only survivor. She escaped with a broken collarbone and burns. She was in the sea for 13 hours before she was rescued. She said afterwards, "I can't swim well, and I held on to something, but I don't really know what." Please welcome Bahia Bakari.
So did you get the answers?
Yes, Chair.
Okay. So how many similarities did you find between the two stories? How
Not
many?
sure. Maybe 3 or 4.
3 or 4? Okay, so tell me the first thing.
Like
plane crash.
Yes,
Plane
plane crash.
crash into the Indian Ocean.
Yes, so plane crash. And how about the second thing?
And
The girl had like burns and she broke her collarbone.
The second thing is she broke her collarbone. And how about the third thing?
she was the only survivor.
She was
was the
also
only
the only survivor. Yes, and someone is saying something. What is that?
Yeah, I just said she was the only one.
So only three, right?
yes, Chair.
Yes. So she is also the only survivor, and there is a plane crash, and she also broke her collarbone, right? So these are the similarities between the two stories. Okay. So how about number 5? Listen again and complete the details below. So you have to listen again and you have to complete these detailed information about Bahia Bakari. So I will play it again. And okay, so read the question first, and after that I will play it. Read the information that we have to listen in the listening test. Okay, so I'll play it.
Track 30.
Welcome to Book Club. Today we're talking about survival stories. Our first is about a girl from Paris who had an amazing escape. Her name is Bahia Bakari. She was 12 years old at the time. She was going to the Comoros Islands near Madagascar, off the east coast of Africa, when the plane in which she was travelling crashed into the Indian Ocean. There were 153 passengers on board, and she was the only survivor. She escaped with a broken collarbone and burns. She was in the sea for 13 hours before she was rescued. She said afterwards, "I can't swim well and I held on to something, but I don't really know what." Please welcome Bahia Bakari.
Okay, so have you got the answers?
Yes.
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 So age at the time of the accident. So how old is she when there is an
12.
12.
12. Yes, correct. 12 years old, right? So how about destination? Comoros Islands of the
East.
Fast.
east, or I also heard a different answer.
East? Yeah, east.
East, right? Yeah. East coast of Africa. Where did the plane crash?
The
India Ocean.
Yes, into the
Indian
Indian
Ocean.
Ocean. Correct. How about number of the passengers on board?
153.
153.
Yes, 153 passengers. How about number of survivors?
One.
Only
One.
one. Yes, one. How about injuries that she got?
Broken collarbone.
Broken collarbone.
Broken collarbone and burns. Correct. How long was it before she was rescued?
13 hours.
13 hours.
13 hours. Correct. So everyone, have you got all the answers for the listening test?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then we'll move to number 6. Is use this information in exercise 5 to write a paragraph about Bahia, similar to the paragraph about Julian. So you have to write a paragraph just like this one based on these facts. So can you write it?
Yes, Chair.
Okay, so we'll do it now.
Yes. Are you going to present that?
No, don't present. After you finish, just send me, okay, on Viber.
Teacher, can you tell me what to do? I didn't clearly hear.
You have to write a paragraph based on these facts, and you have to write it now. Because if I give you as a homework, some of you guys didn't submit the homework. That is why I asked you guys to write down now. So I'll give you like 10 minutes to write. I think it is enough, right?
Yes.
Okay. And as soon as you have finished, send it to me on Viber, okay? Akamya, you just try right now, right?
Yes.
We are doing number 6 now. So you have to write a paragraph based on these facts, just like this paragraph. So I will tell you the answer for this chart. Akamya, can you hear me?
Yes.
Akamya, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll tell you the answer for this. Okay. So for the first part, the answer is 12. When she was 12 years old, she got the accident. And for the destination is Comoros Islands of the East. The answer is East Coast of Africa. And where did the plane crash? The answer is into the Indian Ocean. Akamya got it?
So what is the page number?
Okay, great. The page number is 127. Did you find it? Akamya, did you find the page number?
The course book. Hogwarts.
Book, Unit 15, page number 127. We are talking about the survivors here. You were present yesterday, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we read about a survival story yesterday, and there is one more survival story. Actually, this is a listening test. As you are late, I will just tell you the answer. So based on this answer, you have to write a paragraph based on these facts, just like the first one. Got it? Akamya.
Yes. I
So
found it.
the answer for the first blank is 12 when she was 12 years old. And for the second blank, it is off the east coast of Africa. East coast of Africa. Got it?
Yes.
And for the third one, where did the plane crash? So the location is into the Indian Ocean. And the number of passengers on board is there are altogether 153 passengers, 153 passengers. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, and the number of survivors is only 1. And for the injuries, she also got broken collarbone. Broken collarbone and burns. And for how long was it before she was rescued is 13 hours. So got it?
Yes.
So based on these answers and these words, you have to write a paragraph. We are doing the message now. So when you finish, you have to send this paragraph to me on Viber. Okay? So I got one from Sullivan. Okay, Sullivan, correct. So when you finish, send it to me on Viber.
Chair. Chair.
Yes.
I sent the message, but like I'm not sure if it's sent or not. Like, can you check it for me, please?
Yes, I will. I think there is something wrong with the Fiverr today, or maybe the Wi-Fi. I can only check Sulin's answer. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I sent a photo back. It sent from my side, but it didn't go to your side.
Yes, that is one. Okay, I got it. I got one from Minty.
Chair.
Yes.
So how many passengers were aboard again?
153, right? Altogether.
152, right?
153. 153 passengers.
Okay.
Sorry for my handwriting. Okay, I'll check. Yeah, your answer is correct. I'll check those. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Actually, all the passengers are 153, right? You write like 1, 2, 3.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
altogether 153 passengers. So it has to be 153 passengers on board.
Chair, I've sent you. Did you receive?
Okay, I will check. I will check one by one. Wait for me. So I'll check the phone hands answer now.
First one edition.
Okay. Okay.你快話即係你報邊個對象最重要？ Tammy, are you there? Tammy, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, it has to be like a plane crash to the, it is more appropriate if you use the plane crash into the Indian Ocean, right?
Okay.
I just want to correct the position on that one. James. James,
Yes.
it has to be like 153 passengers on board. It's not on board, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be on board, right? Was the after the plane crash. The two are there.
Yes, sure.
Okay, it has to be like she was the only one survivor, right? It has to
Yes,
be
sure.
now, not above. So she was the only survivor after the plane crash. So you also need a preposition to connect the phrase. Okay, so she was the only one survivor after the plane crash.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, but when he said again. He said.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it has to be like the plane crashed into the Indian Ocean and she was the only survivor. It has to be singular, right? Not plural because she is the only one, right? So she was the only survivor out of 153 passengers on board, correct?
Yes, sir. Sir, can I send you give tomorrow homework?
The homework, you mean the letter one?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, yes, you can also send to me.
Teacher,
She
what did
has
I
to
miss?
get- Huh?
Teacher, what did I miss? Like a lot.
What is he that's right?
Yes, I just joined right now.
Okay, we are doing number 6. 當比例嚟上 number 6兩嘅。輕淡水。Hayden,
Yes.
it also has to be like she has broken her collarbone.
She has.
Yes, she has broken her collarbone
Oh,
and she burns. And she was rescued after 13 hours.
Oh, okay. Check.
Okay, so I think I have checked everyone. So I didn't get from answer 3, and I didn't get from Nhật Bản Tú and Nay Nwe Lwin and An Công Nhật. Dưới này tạo lại anyway. Okay. Cái đó thì chưa của cùng loại đó. Okay, anyway, let's not that video change. Then video change. Then the page and book now. Camera. Okay. So we'll move to speaking part 7. What includes and discuss these questions? So in your opinion, what are the most surprising aspects of these stories? So is there any fact that surprised you after reading the 2 stories? How do you think?
I can't believe they survived with a broken collarbone. Isn't
They
that
survived
crazy?
out of the broken collarbone, so that is what surprised you, right, Daniel?
Yes.
So how about the others? Is there any surprise thing that you find out after reading or listening both of our stories?
The fact that there's only one survivor out of so many people, it's very surprising.
Yes, that is kind of like miracle for this person, right? So they are the only survivor out of many people, right?
Yes.
I guess they use all their luck to survive, I guess.
Yes. So how about Cindy, you are saying something to me, right?
Yeah, I said, wait, I forgot. Oh, the fact that they survive from this kind of serious danger.
Yeah, that is kind of miracle, right? That is kind of surprising for us, right? So if you were that person, when you survive, how do you think, guys?
I don't know.
Things
Probably not.
I don't know, probably not. Yeah, for me, I won't survive. I can die of shock after these terrible accidents. So I will make it, I think. For me, I'm not that strong enough. So they're really strong enough to survive, right? So that is kind of
Yeah.
miracle, and that is kind of surprising thing for us. Okay, so how about number 2? What are
Their
the
determination to survive is beyond our level.
yes,
And then I don't know if that's common, but it took 13 hours for the rescue team to arrive. It's kind of long. I don't know.
13 hours. Yes, but she finds something in the water, right? And she says she can't swim, right? So yeah, it's really surprising that she can stay in the water for like 13 hours. For us, we can give up easily, right? We won't
Yeah.
struggle for like
Just
13
dive there.
hours. Yeah. So they're really strong, right? So how about number 2? What are the positive aspects of the story? So did you find any positive things in the story? How do you think?
the value of life, like that life is so important.
The life is so important. Yeah.
Don't give up.
Yeah. Don't give up. Whatever you are in a bad situation or whatever, however the situation is terrible, right? So we have to try our best, right? So don't give up like that, right, Danielle? So is there any other different idea about number 2? Is there any positive effect that you find out in the stories? That's it? Oh, that's it?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, then we'll move to another surviving stories. So surviving together. So there are 2 questions that we have to discuss. So what is mining? So how much do you know about mining? What is that?
Mining coal.
Mining coal. Yes, we are digging the ground, right, to get something. So that is mining, right? So that is quite simple. So what materials do people mine for? So as Daniel said, coal. So is there any other things that we can get from mining?
Gold.
Gold.
Diamonds.
Yes, metals, coal, and is there any other things?
Diamonds.
Buried treasures.
Yeah, very treasure things and diamond. Yes.
Jade.
So yeah, maybe you are saying something.
Yeah, jade.
Jade. Yes, of course. So mining is a very dangerous job, right? Because they have to walk under the ground, right? So we cannot see the dangerous things in the ground, right? So we may face with the dangers at any time, right? While doing the mining thing. So that is, we can say that is really a dangerous job, right? So we'll move to reading. Read the article and who are the 33 and why did they become famous? So you have to read this and you have to answer these 2 questions. Who are the 33 and why did they become famous? Okay.
There's
So
a movie about this.
Huh?
There's a movie about this.
Yes, there is
What's
a
that?
story, and the name of the story is the 33, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you will know about the story, right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Okay, so read it and please answer these 2 questions. Okay, who are the 33 and why did they become famous? So have you finished reading the paragraph?
Yes.
Yes.
So did you find out the answers?
Yes.
Okay, so who are the
Yes.
participants? Who are they?
The 33 men,
Minors
The minors
with the
survive.
The
miners,
miners from,
who were trapped in Chile. Who were
yes,
trapped in
from northern Chile, right? The miners from the northern Chile. So they are the 33. So how do you think that? Why did they become famous? Why?
one they became trapped and like they rescued and found us.
And then they survive for a month.
Yeah, they survived.
Yes.
with a tiny amount of food, or which lasts 2 or 3 days.
Okay, so that is why they became famous, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So and the 33 got escaped, right? And no one died, right? Because of the accident. And the rescue was also a success, right? So that is why they became famous. Yes, correct. And so we'll move to number 2. Read the sentences and write paragraph in the article that each sentence complete. So you have to match the sentences with the paragraph. So for number 8, in less than 24 hours, all the men had been brought to safety. So is that paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, or that is 5, right? This is paragraph 5. So this sentence match with paragraph 1, 2, 3, or 4.
5.
5.
1 or 5?
5.
5, yes, that's the end, right? So because they come out safely. So that is why that is 5. Yes. How about number B? As a group, they
1.
would be, yes. So how about number B? As a group, they would be much more likely to survive. How do you think?
1.
1, Hayden said 1. So how about the others?
2.
2. Maybe said 2. So how about the others?
2.
2. Yes. In paragraph 2, they are talking about the team, right? So yes, that is why the answer is 2. 2 is more appropriate than 1. Got it, Hayden?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, so how about number C? The older miner, for example, helped to give 90-year-old Jimmy Sanchez the confidence that they would be rescued. So that is paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3.
3,
1.
1. How about the others?
1.
1,
Idiot.
Or 2.
2.
2. 2.
Actually, 1. Yes, paragraph 1 is the answer. Okay. So how about number D?
Wait,
Here
is it 1 or 3?
1, 1, 1.
Oh, okay.
The rescue operation was reported much more widely than previous mining rescue attempts because the video footage was shown on TV news broadcast around the world.
3.
Yes, 3. So there are video cameras, right, standing down and broadcast all over the world. So that is why they became famous, right? So that is 3. And the last one, by 24th September, the miners had been trapped underground for 50 days, longer than anyone else in the history.
5.
5, 4, 4,
4.
4, yes, because a month later the man will stay there, so we can continue with this one, right? So that is why number E is 4. So got it?
Yes, Jeff.
Okay. Everyone, have you got all the answers for number 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll move to number 3 now. Write 8 questions about the story using these question words. So instead of answering the question, you have to make the question on your own by using these words. Okay, so there are altogether 8 question words, and you have to make the questions by using these words. And you can look at the passage. Okay, and after that we'll discuss together. So make questions by using these words and the paragraph, the information from the paragraph. So first, you have to find out the information that you can make out the question by using these words. So your answer must have your question must have the answer. Okay? Guys, have you finished?
Yes.
Yes, everyone?
Not yet, Chair.
Not yet, okay.
Nearly.
Yeah, okay. Hey, if there is no Wi-Fi issue, can you turn your camera off? Because I don't see anyone, and I feel like a fool here. I am the only one. Keep on talking. Okay, I see Daniel only. Okay, I see him with you. Can you give me the reason that why don't you turn your camera on? Can you guys give me one reason? Why? Why is that?
Chair, because the electricity is out.
That is really is out. Is there any more reason that you don't want to open your camera? What happened? I just want to know. Okay, I got it. Hayden,
Yes.
can you give me one reason that you guys don't want to open your camera?
And Chair, Wi-Fi issue.
Wi-Fi issue again?
Yes, Chair.
Okay, how about, okay, James is telling camera. Actually, I'm about to ask you the answer. Okay. Double hand. Is there any
Yeah.
other reason that you guys want to turn off your camera always? Why is that?
We just feel like it.
Can you give me only one reasonable reason that you want to turn your camera off?
Now you can check.
ဘာလို့ fake ထားချင်တာလဲဆိုတော့ reasonable ဖြစ်တဲ့ answer လေးတစ်ခုကပြောကြည့်ပါဆိုတော့နည်းလက်ခံပေးတယ်။နည်းနည်းစဉ်းစားပေးကြည့်မယ်ပါဆို for example okay it's okay Wi-Fi issue and electricity issue and that won't happen all the time right ဒီဆိုလည်းများသောအားဖြင့်နီးပြတ်နေတာကွာတင်လို့ရှိရင်လည်းတစ်ချက်ဆိုဖွင့်ထားလို့ရတယ်ဆိုတော့နော် so actually that's not a problem so what is your problem
Maybe like privacy problem or something like they
Privacy
sometimes
problem.
don't want to, yeah.
you don't so you guys don't want to show your face to me like that
Well, showing like not very a lot, but only on like a presentation or something we would open camera, but not all the time, yeah.
not all the time because of your privacy issue okay so okay acceptable.
Not my privacy issue. I mean like it's it can be, yeah. It's my opinion.
So your privacy mean like your face? That's it, right?
Chair, do we have to send it to you?
Hmm?
Do we have to send it to you?
No, you don't need to. We will discuss together, okay? So today, Junior Lwin is absent, right? And is there any other who absent for today? Lady is also absent, right? Lady. Apong, you are there, right?
Yes.
You were absent yesterday, right, Apong?
Yes, I had to take exam outside, that's why.
Okay. Intern is here, right? Yeah. Ikisong, are you there? Ikisong.
Yes.
There. And Sutara, are you there? Sutara, show like.
Yes.
Yes. Suwin, are you there?
Yes, sure.
Yes. Kiki and Lily is absent. Chisno, you are there. The two, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
And Suhan, you are there. Yeah, Wenwin, are you there? Yeah, Wenwin.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And James, you are there. Junior Moy is absent. Pomia Fine, are you there?
Yes, fine.
Yes. San, you are there, right? And
Yes, Chair, I did.
you like gave me the apparatus, okay. Jason Chun, you are there. Akamia, you are there. Sandy Kim is also here. And Concept 3, are you there? Concept 3. Concept 3, are you there? So guys, have you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll discuss together. So the first one is when and where. Sorry, where and when. So we have to use where and when, right? So in which information can we make question by using where and when?
Where and when, where the minus trap?
This one, right? You can use this information to make a question, right? So the question will be where and when
Did the accident
Yeah.
happen?
did the accident happen or did the miners trap, right? So when did the accident happen or when did the miners trap?
Teacher, you can make the question as in your own way, right?
Yes, of course you can. And what is your answer then? If you have different answer, you can share with us. You can share with the class. So what is your question? Okay.
It's like the same answer.
So how about how many?
How many
How-
survivors are
People were trapped.
How
many
many
people
people
were
were trapped? Yes, or how many miners were trapped?
Or
Yeah.
how many people survived?
How many people survived? Okay, you can also write like that. So how about how far? How far? So which information can we use? This one, right? So how far?
How far the miners were trapped below ground?
Yes, how far the miners were trapped from the ground, correct. So it was like 70 meters below the ground, right? So the answer has to be this one. And how about number 4? How much?
How much food did they have?
Yes, how much food and water, right? So it's only for 2 or 3 days. So that will be the answer, right? So the question will be how much food and water do they have, right? How much food and water do they have, or how much emergency supplies do they have? You can also write a question like that. So the answer will be only enough for 2 or 3 days. So that's all right. Yes. So how about number 5? We have to use how.
How did the miners survive on this amount of food for many days?
Yes. So James has one question. How? Can you repeat again? How did? James, can you repeat your question? Are you typing?
Yeah. How did the miners survive on this amount of food for many days?
Okay. How did they survive? Okay. So is there any other different question with him?
How did the rescuers rescue the trapped miners?
Yes. Your question is also acceptable. And is there any other different idea?
How did they manage to get out from the mine?
Yes. You can also ask like that. And you must have your answers of your question. So you have the answer for your question, right? Are you sure, Danielle?
Yes.
Because based on
Yes.
the answer, we construct the question, right? By using these question words.
Yeah, it included, yes.
Okay. So how about number 6? When we have to use when.
When did the
When
rescue?
were they
How were
rescued?
they rescued?
What?
When were they rescued?
When were they rescued? Okay. And we can also ask like when did the rescue when did the operation start? Right? We can also ask like that, right? So it starts on 22nd August, right? So why did they start the operation? When did they start the rescue operation? So we can ask like that, right? And if you also have different questions, you can share with us. So is there any different questions? Maybe I know you have one. No?
No, I wrote like when did the rescue begin?
Yes, correct. They're the same, right? And how about 7? We have to use what?
What kind of things and supplements were sent down through the drill hole?
Okay, and your answer is right here, right? This one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so you have your question. And is there any other different idea with on?
No.
Like what did the engineers from the Chilean Navy design?
Yes, this one, right? I also use this information to write a question by using what. What did they design to rescue the miners, right? Because they designed a special capsule, right? So we can make questions based on this information. It is also important, right? For the package. Okay. And how about number 8? On what date? I want to use this information.
On what date did the miners escape?
Yes, the miners escaped, or on what date did the rescues begin with the special capsule, right? So we can also use this information for making questions by using on what date. And James' question is also acceptable. So got it? So everyone, have you got all the answers for number 3?
Yes.
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 Okay. Okay, so number 4, walk with a burner and take turns to ask and answer the question you wrote on exercise 3. Actually, we are talking about the answers at the same time. So we have finished number 4, right? So we'll skip that one. And we will move to number 5. Complete the sentence using the prompts, right? So my handwriting is terrible. You write much more clearly than I do. So you have to use much and clear. So before doing number 5, we'll move to use of English, comparative adverbs. So in the previous chapters, we are talking about comparative adjectives, right? So in this unit, we will talk about comparative adverbs. So to make comparative adverbs, you can use more plus adverbs or than. So it has the same pattern with comparative adjectives. So you can use the operation was completed more quickly than the rescuers had originally estimated. So you can use more adjectives than. More adverbs than. So it also has the same pattern with comparative adjectives. So for the irregular adjectives, you can use better for well, and you can use worse for badly. So these are irregular adverbs, right? So you can use more with them. You have to change the words, right? For changing comparative adverbs, like better than or just like that. So you can use these. Okay. So we'll do number 5 now. Okay, so we'll talk about the answers. So number 2 is you'll be able to see the board blank if you sat in the front row. So you have to use much easy. So
Much more
easily.
much more easily. Yes, much more easily if you sat in the front row. So how about 3? You can get home blank if we take the bus. So
Much more quickly.
Much more quickly.
And how about 4? I walk blank when I listen to music. So I walk
Much more well.
Much more well.
much better or much more well?
Much
Much better, right? We have to use this one. Good, better, bad, right? So we have to use better, so much better. And how about 5? They play blank than usual before because they hadn't trained enough. So they play
much worse.
Much worse.
You have to use this one, right? So sometimes if you want to make the comparison stronger, you can use much more, right? Much more plus adverb plus than. If you want to be stronger than this pattern, you can use this one. So this pattern is stronger than this one. So this is pattern 1 and this is pattern 2. So pattern 2 is stronger than pattern 1. Got it? So do you still remember comparative adjective? Comparative adjective thing again. So remember, comparative adjective and comparative adverb never one. When do we have to use comparative adjective and when do we have to use comparative adverb?
To make the comparison stronger.
Yeah, make the comparison stronger. တပတ်တန်လည်းတူတယ်ပါဟုတ်တယ်နော် much more ဟိုမှာလည်းကျွန်တော်အခြေက comparative adjective မှာလည်းသုံးတယ်အဲ့တော့ comparative adjective ကိုပဲနေရာမှာသုံးပြီးတော့ comparative adverb ကိုပဲနေရာမှာသုံးတယ်
like comparative adjective for nouns and comparative adverb for verbs.
Yes. So if you want to emphasize on noun, you have to use comparative adjective. If you want to emphasize on the verb, you have to use comparative adverb. That's it. So
Can you use both in one sentence? I mean, can you use both of them in one sentence?
You mean example sentence?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will write in the chat, okay? So do you see the two sentences?
Yes.
There? Okay, so the first one is I can perform much better than I thought. And the second one is my room is much tidier than your room. So in the first sentence, we use comparative adverb, right? Because much better than emphasize the word perform. But in the second sentence, much tidier emphasize my room. So ပထမ sentence မှာကျတော့ I can perform much better than I thought ငါထင်ထားတဲ့ပိုပြီးတော့ငါပိုလုပ်နိုင်ခဲ့လို့ပြောချင်တာဟုတ်တယ်နော်အဲ့ဒါဆိုတော့အဲ့မှာလုပ်နိုင်တယ်ဆိုတော့ perform ကို much better ကသူကအထူးပြုထားတာငါထင်ထားတဲ့ပိုလုပ်နိုင်တယ်ပိုပြီးတော့လုပ်နိုင်တယ်ဆိုတော့ verb ကိုသွားပြီးတော့မှသူကပိုလုပ်နိုင်တယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့ emphasize သွားလုပ်တာဒုတိယ sentence မှာကျတော့ my room is much tidier than your room ကျတော့ငါအခန်းကနေခန်းလက်ဆောင်ပိုပြီးတော့တန့်ရှင်းတယ်လို့ပြောချင်တာဟုတ်တယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ဒီ tidier ကကျတော့ is ကိုသွားပြီး emphasize မလုပ်ဘဲနဲ့ရှေ့က my room ကို emphasize လုပ်တာအဲ့ဒါမျိုးပါသင်ရရှင်းလား
Yes.
ဘာကိုကျတော့ exercise လုပ်ချင်တယ်သူဖြစ်ချင်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် comparative adverb ကိုသုံးပြီးတော့မှကျွန်တော် noun ကိုပဲ noun ရဲ့ quality ကိုပဲကျွန်တော် exercise လုပ်ချင်တယ်အဲ့ဘေးကိုကြည့်ရင်ပိုတန့်ရှင်းတယ်ပိုတက်ရက်တယ်အဲ့လိုသုံးချင်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်ဒီအောင်comparative adjective ကိုသုံးတာအဲ့ဒါခုသုံးပါမယ်နော် Okay so we have finished up to number 5 right So for speaking about what includes and discuss this question, what lesson can you learn from the story again? So what lesson can you get from the story? Again, don't give up, right? How terrible the situation is, you still have to try your best and you have to be positive, right? And you have to try your best to survive, right? Because life is so precious, right? So that is the lesson that I got from the story. So how about you guys? So is there any different idea? Is there any different lesson that you learned from the story?
Group work is important.
Team spirit, right? Yes. So group work is better than individually sometimes, right? Because you can get
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Yes. So teamwork is also sometimes better than individual work, right? So as we still have like 5 more minutes, so we will just look at the things here about the survivor kit. So how much do you know about the survivor kit? What are they? Okay, we'll talk about this. When and why would you need a survivor kit? So when do we need a survivor kit? Or why do we need a survivor kit?
When like you're in serious danger or like there is a natural disaster
Yes, we need it. Yeah. And why would we need it?
It makes easier to survive.
Yes. It makes us a chance to survive, right? So these are very important. That is why we call them survival kits, right? So they are really important. When you will go on a trip, which may be quite dangerous. For example, adventurous, you're about to take an adventurous trip, right? So you need these things with you, right? Because just in case, we can't tell, right? So one with the pronoun, identify the items in the picture. So you can see well in the picture, right? In your book, you won't see clearly. Okay, so the first thing, what is that? So you can see the vocabulary in your book.
Hat.
A hat. That is a hat, right? Why do we need a hat?
When it's cold.
Yes, in case it gets cold. Yes, a hat. And how about this one?
Gloves.
Gloves, right?
Gloves.
Gloves. Why do we need gloves?
If we're cold, we can wear it. That's all.
Yes, to keep warm, or if we touch, in case we can touch something that we don't want to touch with our bare hand, right? So we can wear gloves, right? And it can also keep us warm at the same time. And how about 3? What is that?
Whistle.
A whistle.
Whistle.
Okay, a whistle. Why do we need a whistle? Why do we need it?
When you're
like-
trapped somewhere, for example, or when you're lost.
Yes, when you get
Yeah.
lost.
Whether people
sometimes
come,
like recruiting people.
Yes. So in case when we're in danger, right? Or we met something unusual, or when we get lost. So it was very useful because it can point out that where you are, right? And how about number 4? What is the number 4?
I think compass.
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 Compass. This
All
one.
right.
Yes.
Compass. And how about number 5? What is that? Number 5.
Map.
Yes, a map. That is a map. Yes. Okay, why do we need compass and map?
To navigate.
They can show where we are, right? A compass and a map. Yes. Sometimes our phone doesn't work in the forest, right? So at that time, we need a map and we need compass. We cannot rely on Google Map all the time, right? If your connection is lost, especially in our country, right? We cannot rely on these things. So how about number 6?
Notebook.
Why do we need it?
No.
Maybe there's like informations that you need.
Yes, information that we need when our cell phone is not working, right? So we can write down the important things, the tips, or you can even write a diary in the book, right?
Put a paper roll in the, what I say, in a photo, like in the movies.
Yes. Okay, and as we need a book and we need a pen or pencil, right? And how about this one? How do you think?
Food. Yeah, food.
Energy bar.
Yeah, energy.
Energy bar.
Energy bars.
Yes, energy bar, right? So your energy bar. And how about this one? What is number 9?
Water bottle.
Water bottle, yes. How about this one?
Mat. Like I made a mat.
Face blanket.
Face
Sleep.
blanket, yes, this one.
Blanket.
Face blanket. And what is that?
Torch.
Torch, yes. Torch plus spare battery, yes. And how about this one? 12.
Waterproof matches.
Yes, waterproof matches. And how about this one?
A phone.
Phone, yeah, mobile phone. And how about this one? 14.
A power bank and a
Phone charger.
Yes, solar phone recharger, right? And how about this one? 15.
First aid kit.
Yes, first aid kits, plaster, antiseptic, wipes, and bandage. So we need it, right? And how about this one?
A
Waterproof.
coat.
Yes, waterproof
Waterproof.
jackets or poncho. Yes. And how about this one? 17.
Knives.
This one, right?
Multi-tool.
Multi-tool. So it's included knife, screwdriver, and tino penna. So that is multi-tool. And this is
Rope.
rope. Why do we need rope?
Like to climb.
To climb
To tie someone.
to climb somewhere, yes. And how about this one?
Sleeping bag.
Yes, sleeping bag. Correct. Sleeping bag. And how about this one?
Clean kit.
Washing.
Yes,
Washing
washing
kit.
kit. Right. So then maybe like hand spray or hand gel or something like that, right? So that is washing kit. Okay. So these are the survival kits that you may need, right, for your trip. Okay, so as the time is up now, I will stop here for today. So is there any question for today's lesson?
No, sir.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, then so we'll see you tomorrow again. So bye-bye for today.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye,
Chair.
Chair.
See you
Thank
tomorrow,
you,
Chair.
Chair.
Bye.
Bye, Chair.
Have a nice day.